Hey, everyone. Dale Moreau here, founder of DaleMoreau.net and also founder of Dale Moreau Coaching. So, do you want to motivate your team and customers? Well, motivating your team and customers with stories instead of facts helps them to remember easier. Now, I bet you can remember stories going back to your elementary school days. Your first grade teacher probably told you a great story. Now, you may not have remembered all the facts, but the story sticks in your mind. Well, motivating your team is important if you want them to attend meetings, webinars, events, and stories are big factors in that motivation. And the best part is stories engage people. When you're telling a story, people forget all about you and they focus on the story. So if you want people to concentrate on the business opportunity, tell them a story. Now, motivating your team by telling them facts will bore them. Frankly, they will slip off in the quiet of the night and you might never hear from them again. Team motivation tips and team motivation techniques work best with stories. So let me tell you four stories that I think are important. Story number one. Now here's a story of a that actually helps a new rep make up his mind now. So here's the story how I would tell it. Now who makes more money? The person who owns the company or the employee who works for you? Well, the employer or the owner, the owner, of course. Well, Mr. New Rep, you now have the opportunity to own your own business and decide how much money you can earn. Do you want to remain an employee and let your boss decide your earnings, or do you wish to start your own business by becoming a top earner rep with this team? How about story number two? You can describe it in this way, in which leaders can motivate their teams to appreciate the time they have with their families. Now, a young mother or man decides to get a full-time job to pay the many bills that come with raising a family. And there are many sacrifices that he or she must make. He or she will be away from the house for 8 to 10 hours a day, and housework and meals will suffer. The children will no longer have the advantage of a full-time mother or dad at home, and there will be less quality time with his or her family as evenings are spent catching up on household duties. But in return for these sacrifices, he or she finds a job paying $3,000 a month, and after deduction, what does he or she really earn? Well, let's break it all down. $3,000 per salary. $600 goes to federal tax. $80 goes to state income tax. $150 goes to Social Security. $500 monthly payment on a second car. How about $60 monthly insurance payments on the second car? And how about $80 monthly maintenance on that second car? Then you have gasoline and babysitting and beauty salons and haircuts. That's over $900 right there. Then you have $150 increased wardrobe for work and $80 insurance deductions in office. And then you end up with making meals or even buying meals at $150 a month. What's left over? $220 remaining to pay the bills. Now that is less than $2 an hour. Is it worth 22 days a month away from the children and 176 hours of work, not counting travel time, with doing that job? Well, with our opportunity, you can easily earn $220 from your home and just a few hours per week. Not only is it easier and more profitable and fun, but you can now enjoy time with your family too. So wouldn't the young mother or father rather stay home after telling that story? Well, motivating your team with this type of story helps them to see the need to be with family, enjoying time together. Now, how about story number three? Do you smoke cigarettes? If you smoke cigarettes, a pack or more a day will cost you $70 a week. Do you drink coffee? 2 cups a day will cost you about $40 a week. Yet, how many new reps for your team did your cigarettes and coffee get you? None. Well, why not invest $110 a week in your business, learn new skills, go to the conventions, get some tools that you need to make your business soar? And the payoff is huge. You're spending the money already, just redirect your money to get a better return on your investment. Now, this best investment story offers benefits of effective leadership for organizations and lessons on how to motivate your team to perform. Now, story number 4. How about a story to open the conversation about network marketing for motivating your team? Well, let's start here in the story of the two young men. There are two young men who are best friends. They grew up together. They go to school together. They become young men, and they get better paying jobs in the city. Now, one young man earns his regular salary. The other young man earns his regular salary, but once a month he gets a $1,000 bonus check for his part-time business. Which young man gets ahead financially? Well, it's easy. The young man who earns a salary from his regular job and who gets a $1,000 bonus from his part-time business. Well, this story should at least open the conversation about network marketing. It opens the imagination and interest of your team. So how can I motivate my team? Well, remember this: facts tell, stories sell. Motivating your team with stories instead of facts is so much more effective. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a message. Just tap the link and leave me a comment at the bottom. And don't forget to leave me a comment on my Facebook page. I will answer them all, and I hope to see you all on the better side of success.